What are the properties of addition and multiplication? When you perform these basic operations, the way you perform them depends on their properties. Let's look at some simple cases. If you take two numbers and add them together, the order doesn't matter. If you take 2 plus 3, you get 5. But you also get 5 if you add them in the other order. 3 plus 2 is also 5. In fact, this works out anytime you're adding two numbers. If you multiply them, the order doesn't matter. 2 times 3 is 6. But 3 times 2 is also 6. The order doesn't matter for either addition or multiplication. This property has a name. We call it the commutative property. The commutative property says that you can add numbers or you can multiply numbers in either order and you'll get the same result each time. Another property of addition and multiplication comes into play when you have more than two numbers. Suppose I'm trying to add three numbers together. We can't really add three numbers all at the same time. Addition is something you do two numbers at a time. So you have two choices. You can either add the 2 and the 3 first and add that result to 4, or if you want to, you could add the 3 and the 4 first and then add it to the 2. In either case, you're going to get the same result. Here you have 5 plus 4, so you get 9. But here you get 2 plus 7, and you also get 9. The way you group the two numbers that you add doesn't matter. The way you associate them. This is called the associative property. And it's represented by the parentheses. You can group them however you like. How you associate them doesn't affect the sum. You're probably aware of what we're going to do next, because the associative property also applies to multiplication. If you group the first two together, associate them with parentheses, I'm going to get 2 times 3, 6, times the 4, for a result of 24. If I group the second numbers together, the second and third numbers together, 3 times 4, I get 2 times 12, and again, I get 24. What we've discovered in looking at these examples is that both addition and multiplication do not depend on order, and they don't depend on grouping. Addition and multiplication are both commutative and associative. And now you know something about the properties of addition and multiplication.